Hello everyone. In this lesson, we will integrate Datadog. Why do we need Datadog? We will store our logs there. Because the logs we see here in Heroku are very short and constantly disappear, it's impossible to search them properly. And generally speaking, Heroku logs are just for demonstration and should ideally be monitored elsewhere. I recommend using Datadog. In Datadog, you can not only send logs, but also various metrics, build dashboards, and set alerts for suspicious activity in your service, and it will notify you where needed. But for now, we'll just send logs there, and they will be stored. In case of an incident, we'll be able to analyze and understand what's happening with these logs, just like with product analytics. It's important to simply store these logs, and when you need them, you can retrieve them. All right, let's get started. We need to create an account here. Also, create and link it to our email. Okay, registered and arrived at this screen. Well, we can specify a node, but it's not really that important. So let's say we have one server. Done, saved. All right, so they ask us to install an agent, but we'll say that we'll be using Heroku. And here it offers us all possible settings. We shouldn't look at them. It offers complex paths that are not suitable for us. It suggests inserting build pack here, but these build packs only work for those deploying to Heroku, not via Docker. So we will have a slightly different setup. Now, we will need our Datadog APK. And Heroku has the ability for Heroku itself to simply send these logs to some URL. So we won't even need to edit our code. We're just going to ask Heroku to send everything to Datadog. All right, let's get started. First of all, let's actually enable it. The only thing we need is this command. We use it so that Heroku provides us with some additional information about our server, and it also appears in Datadog. All right, let's call it. And here in A, they proposed such a complex construct to get the name of our application. Well, we know the name of our application and don't need these scripts. Single info. All right, let's call it. That's it. Enabled. So now we need to send the logs to Datadog. There is the following command for this. Now, I'll insert it here. We'll edit it here and come back. This is where we add the drain logs and specify the Datadog address. And here we need to substitute a value. Datadog APK. We take what was suggested to us. We insert it here. This doesn't change. NV. In NV, you can write the following. So in env, we write what we consider our host NV. There we have host env. It's production. So we'll specify it here as production. Then here is service. It might seem logical to write something like backend here, but that's not the case. It specifically wants to see our application's name in the service. So, how our application is named in Heroku, that's what we record. All right, so, for host, I suggest writing the same thing. That is, make it the same here. Then, when you look at the logs, if you feel the need to differentiate, do so. But it's perfectly fine if we specify production in both places. If you had a dev server, you'd write development here. Okay, an application name, and money, info. So, let's try running this command. It says it added it. Now let's check how it all works and if it sends to Datadog. So, refresh the page. And let's try to trigger something to make new logs appear. Here they appear. One moment. Refresh. So, here we dislike, for example. And it probably logs somewhere, but they don't even reach here. Strange? Okay, all ideas. No? Just some delay? All right? All logs still pass through here. Now we need to somehow extract them here. Here it's not allowing us until we install the agent. It says it doesn't see it yet. Nevertheless, it mentions it can take 1 to 2 minutes for everything to appear. Maybe we just need to wait. So, basically, we're seeing this error in the Heroku logs, that something with the drain isn't working. Looks like we have configured the drain correctly. There is a suspicion that Datadog is not processing it right now. Datadog really wants us to install an agent now. We don't need this agent because, well, the agent collects logs and sends them to Datadog. But Heroku will just send them there via drain. Therefore, I think that in our case, we need to somehow manage to skip this. How to skip this? Here, click on the dog. Okay, good. Click on the dog. Breaking into the personal account. Let's go to the logs and let's try to run them here, because it's possible that Datadog is just refusing to accept logs until we configure something here. Let's get started. Good. Okay, select Cloud. Click Heroku. Here. And here they offer us our drain again. Good. And what are the steps here? So, in the end, we just waited, and this button unlocked. We click on it. We enter the log section. Good. And we see just a bunch of various unsorted logs. Let's make various actions to see what kind of logs there are, Datadog-like. Let's log out. Log in as admin. Okay. Error. Also good. Block someone's idea and add some idea. Okay, so logs don't arrive instantly here, but they do arrive. So, let's learn how to search with them. So, well, the first thing we need to do, we have statuses. In fact, we mainly send error and info. And these OKs, they're sent by Heroku itself. And sometimes we just need to look at these types exclusively. Here, you can just uncheck all unnecessary boxes, or you can select only. So now let's view only the OK ones. Here you go. Heroku itself sends information about all requests. We don't need this. We can just ignore it. It's interesting to look at errors. We see that, and some errors, well, are normal for us, like someone logging in incorrectly, or someone blocked the idea. But this error, yes, is kind of weird. That is, HBR template is not a function. It seems something isn't working. Here, since you've noticed it, you should have learned about it earlier if you followed your IEO center. Because this error is already here. Well, it's certainly a reason to deal with it. Here. So we see that we have some problems here. All right, we have the logs here. Now let's use this string and explore the syntax a bit on how to search for something here. Okay, before searching, let's fix the view of this table. As we can see, all our logs are just some successful requests. Here, actually, we have a hidden log type here, and there are various logs. So, let's display the log type in this table. For that, click Options here. Choose to add a column, and type other and the name of the field we want. For us, it's called log type. Here we've added it. There's some content here. Perhaps it's not what we need. We have another field of our own, so content successful request. No, everything's fine. It displays the content correctly. It's just that we decided to write just successful request in all logs. Well, it seems we didn't need any information in the message itself here. Everything else is in the metadata. Therefore, it displays the message correctly. The key for us was to display the log type here because it's understandable from that. And let's say we want to find some messages, only related to, well, this one. Then in the search bar, we can write the following: search. And, for example, like this, log type, then a colon, and in brackets, the type of logs you want. Well, for example, there's Prisma : hic, entered, and that's it. And you only see the relevant logs. You can combine all this with other things. For example, Prisma hike, and only find unique operations. Then operation : find unique. That's it. And, accordingly, all these entries are entries for find unique. So, that's roughly how it's searched. The main thing is to ensure all your logs are captured here. And that's it. And you can temporarily forget about this Datadog until something happens and you need to search through the logs. When you need to find some really important information here, you'll figure it out. Or another case might occur. Something happens. You come here and don't find the necessary logs. That will be another case. You'll need to go and deal with your application and add these logs to your code so that the next time it happens, you can deal with it. The main thing now was to ensure logs appear here, and logs appear here. That's it. Thank you, everyone. We can move on.